Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the most expensive tank in World of Tanks Blitz history. Of course, we're talking about the FV... Oh, piss off, you fucking stupid shit. Sorry about that. There's always these pop-ups that just come up. Honestly, Wargaming, fix your bloody UI, for God's sake. Stop with the pop-ups that randomly pop up. We don't want to see it. Okay. Back on this tank here, the FV4201 Chieftain Prototype. Essentially what this tank is, it is a Tier 9 Chieftain Mark 6 without the Hesh gun, and essentially the pre-rebalanced gun that the Chieftain had. Of course, I'm talking about the gun with the double APCR rounds. Now, of course, if you want to get this tank, good luck. Good luck! You're going to have to jump on here in order to do this. Now, I believe there is a free ticket that I can get on this account. Let's have a look. Yeah, there is. Let's do this free ticket, shall we? Let us do this free ticket. Let's see if we got CC luck. Let's have a look and see. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Boom. Let's see what happens and see what we get. Obviously, we're going to get 250 gold because that's just how it is. Oh, we got 300 gold. Ooh. Okay. So, yeah, the only way to get this tank is you're going to have to spend a shed ton of money in order to get it. Approximately about $2,500 Australian, which equates to about $1,800 to almost $2,000 US. So, yeah, that is indeed how much you're going to have to spend on this tank. Now, is the tank good? Yeah, it is very good. It's a very good tank. 230 mils on the front of the turret, 98 on the sides, 30 on the rear. Doesn't have a lot on the sides, but it does have a nice chunk of armor on the front. 127 mils on the front of the hull. Doesn't have a lot on the sides. You will be penned on the sides and overmatched quite easily. So do keep that in mind. This tank cannot be side scraped whatsoever. I know people might say, oh, but you can side scrape any tank. No, this is a tank that has very weak armor on the sides. Do not side scrape. This tank is very comfortable sitting, hold down, on a ridgeline using your full degrees of gun depression. Now, the gun itself is not a Tier 10 gun, it's actually a Tier 9 gun. So it's not the same as the Chieftain Mark 6 old gun, but it's kind of similar. It's a 120mm gun for obvious reasons, a 3.9 second aim time, but I am running, you'll see what kind of equipment I'm running to get that there. 0.262 dispersion, 2,525 damage per minute. I am using calibrated shells. At 9.51 second reload. You have 273 mils of APCR pen as standard. That's, of course, running calibrated shells. And, of course, 326 mils of APCR, as premium ammunition or pramo. And you have 119 on your cheap Hesh. You do have cheap Hesh on this tank, which is very nice indeed. So do keep that in mind. It is cheap Hesh. So run this tank with calibrated shells because it will pay off in the end. 400 mils, 400 hit points of damage is your average alpha, with 515 being your Hesh rounds. You do have 10 degrees of gun depression, which is quite nice indeed. You do go 42 kilometers per hour top speed, and 30 is your average. Now this is the equipment I'm running: calibrated shells, defense system, improved optics, enhanced gun laying drive, improved assembly. I would rather go with the enhanced armor, to be honest with you. Engine accelerator, refined gun, enhanced tracks, and of course the high-end consumables. Now, of course, this tank does not run any sort of super consumables, so there's no point. And of course, I'm running the double food rations. So without further ado, let us jump straight into a battle and see what is what. We're going to play a live battle here on the EU server, because it is my press account. At the end of the day, we're just going to see what we can do with this tank. Now, we are on New Bay, which is not a ideal map for this tank, but it means that I can actually go towards the A cap rather than towards the C cap because, well, I don't really have a lot of armor to contest those pesky heavy tanks. I'm going to try and see whether or not I can spot some of these medium and light tank, these medium tanks and the light tank that's on the enemy team, and see whether or not I can actually make a difference. Somehow I managed to get spotted. The Cobra is there. I don't know where my team is. It seems like I'm the only person here. It is a T9, T10 battle. Fantastic. Great. This is great. Yeah, this is fantastic. I wasn't expecting this. To be honest with you, this is not what... Oh my god, I just got freaking hit by that... Yeah, I'm dead. Wow, that's great. Team, What the frick was this? What the hell was this? Why do we have our, what do you call it, our T-22 and our Batchation going the way of the heavy tank? Oh my god, that is just ridiculous. Wow. I don't know what to say at that point. Literally, I just wanted to showcase how this tank plays. That is not a good showcase. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to just log into my other press account and just show you a game that I had this morning or something like that. Or I can't remember when it was. Literally, I can't be bothered. I literally cannot be bothered to play another match on this. So, it wasn't even a good match. It literally wasn't even a good match. Yeah, we're going to try again. Just bear with me. Look, you know what? I don't even think this tank deserves a review, to be honest with you. I don't think it does. It's a great tank. Don't get me wrong, it's a great tank. I got singled out there, so that was my fault. It's a great tank. But I don't think it's worth the review. I don't think we should be reviewing this tank in a way of standing against Wargaming's decision of making this so expensive. You know, if you recall the Rumpfluti, or whatever you want to call them, you know, the Water Tanks PC conundrum, and how the CCs basically stood against this and said, no, we are not going to be reviewing this tank, or these tanks. Well, this is one of those cases where, you know what, I don't even feel like reviewing this tank properly. I went through the stats, but I don't feel like it's worth going through gameplay footage of this thing. This is my way of putting my foot down and saying, Wargaming, this is wrong. This is wrong. You shouldn't have done this. This is not how we introduce new tanks. This is wrong. We do not stand for this. We, the community, don't stand for this. And me as a CC, 100% doesn't stand for this. This is not how you introduce a tank. By putting it in a gambling draw where the odds are so low that you'd have to spend literally thousands of dollars in order to get it. So this is my stance. I'm standing my ground. I am not going to be playing this tank anymore until Wargaming makes the right decision and puts this thing in a proper event or sells it or whatever. This is wrong. Wargaming, you can make a lot more money by selling it outright for $100. I'll go as far as to say even putting it in crates is better than this shit. So I'm not going to be reviewing this tank. That's it. I've done my statistics of the tank. I've gone through it. I've shown you what it looks like. I don't think it deserves a proper review. No offense to everyone who thought it was going to be a proper review. Yes, I got basically destroyed, but that's not the reason why. I just don't feel like it's worth reviewing this tank because of the circumstances that we're in. I stand my ground and I refuse to review this tank. That's it. That's my take. Say what you want. You can disagree with me if you want to, but I'm standing my ground just like the CCs for Water Tanks PC are doing. This is predatory. This is greedy. This is wrong. And I will stand by it. By your side. Okay? So, ladies and gentlemen, I apologize if you thought this was going to be a normal review. It's not. I am deeply upset and ashamed of what Blitz has done and what Blitz has become with this monetization. It's ridiculous. It really is. What a shame. I really wanted to review this tank properly and play a proper battle, albeit the EU server's a bit, how you going? Like, seriously. Anyway, but, yeah. That's my take. Ladies and gentlemen, these freaking pop-up offers. That's it for me, ladies and gentlemen. Look after yourselves and stay safe on the battlefield, alright? Let me know in the comments down below what you think about this and whether you agree. Bye-bye.